Welcome to the Next.js series. In this tutorial, we're gonna see how we can fetch the data from the database. So in the previous tutorial, we had seen the API route and also we had seen the DB connection. So here I am just creating a model. So here new folder, in this I'm just creating a new model. Here have to create a new file. The file name could be anything. I'm just giving a book model.js. Here I'm just creating a new schema. So for that, in the mongoose we have a method called schema. So in the schema I'm just creating a field name. So here this is a book name. The type would be string, and also I'm creating another field name, that is category name. Field name would be this type would be string. So once we have created a schema, we have to assign it in some variable. So const, so here this is book schema, book schema. So here I have to create a model name. So the model name might be anything. I'm just giving a book models. So here in the mongoose we have a method called model. So in the model we have to create a collection name. That collection name might be anything. I'm just giving a book detail. This is a singular. In the while in the database creation, your collection name will be a plural form of this book details. And here we have to mention the schema name. So this is my schema, and I'm just giving this. So once we have give this, in the Next.js we have to mention the mongoose. In the mongoose we have a method called models. So here we have to give a collection name, book detail. So pipe simple. So first what it will do is, first it will check the book detail is exist. If otherwise it will create this model. So if you are not giving this, it will throw some error. So here I want to export this book model. So for that, export default book models. So once I have exported, go to the route.js. So we have to fetch the data from the database. So for that we have to give a get method. First we have to give a connection, so db connection. So once we have connect with the db, then we have to we have to find it in the database. So for that we have to give await. So we have just created the model. So our model is book models. So in this model we have to find method we have to use to fetch all the data. So we have to assign it in some variable. So here variable might be anything. I'm just giving book route equals. So here I'm just copy this book route. Instead of this, I'm just paste it here. So we have to import this book model. So we have to give a find method. So I'm just save this and go to the browser, and here in the app API/book we have defined this. So for that, in the localhost 3000 slash, it's not responding. Here we have to give API slash book. Once you give this, so you will be getting, so it's creates a model and a collection. In the collection, what it will return, we will see the response from the book route. It's just compiling. So it's compiling. So MongoDB connector. So I got some error. The book models find. Go to that. So it's out. I'm got some error in the book models I have. So go to the book model. I'm just giving another name, book dt. I'm just save this and go to the route.js. I'm just saving this again and go to this and just refreshing it. So I'm getting a response. So in the from the book route, so this is an empty array. So go to the Mongo database. So Mongo database right here, and go to this and refresh the database. Here you could see in the DB connection, I have mentioned the process.env Mongo URI. In the URI, go to the .env, you could see the next connection is my database name, and go to the database and refresh the database. You could see the next collection. In this collection, you can see the book details. So here you can see the, here I have no data, so that's why I got the empty array right here. So I just adding inserting some document right here. So I'm just remove this, and here I have a book name and category name. So here book name might be C, and the category name might be programming. So I'm just copy this. So I'm just inserting this, and also I'm adding one more document, and instead of this C, I'm just giving C++, and also I'm just inserting two documents right here. So once I go to the browser, I'm just refreshing it. You can see have two documents, so which we have, we get the, we get all the datas in the database right here, we have displayed over here. So for that, we have used the find method. So in the route.js, you can see, so in the find the book models, it will go to find all the datas and get stored in the book route. I'm just getting a response from the next response. So now we go to the front end. So in the page.js, so here I'm just using the AXIOS. So we have to give await. So here I'm using a AXIOS. I'm just importing the AXIOS. So here get method. So the whatever I have, so we have to copy this endpoint and paste it right here. So here await, this is a client component because we are using AXIOS. So for that we have to install npm iaxios. So this is a client component, so we are using Axios as a client. So for that we have to use client, we have to use. So the await, if you, so if I give this, you could see some error, async await. So I'm store it in some response. Once I get the response equals, so once it's go to and fetch the server, I'm getting a response. So I'm just console in the response, I'm just logging response dot data. So once I save this, you could see some error because in the client component we can't use async right here. So go to the browser and just refreshing the localhost 3000. So you could see, so it's compiling. So here it's compiling. So you can see the error. So async await is not supported in client component, only in server component. So we should not use async right here. So for that I'm just creating another function. You can give any function name. I'm just creating a fetch data. So here const fetch data equals async. I can use it here. Here I'm just creating a arrow function and just enclosing wrap it here. So once you give this, and just save this and go to the browser and I just refresh it, you could not see this error afterwards. So go to this inspect and console, you can check because I have console log this response dot data. So you could see the response in my console right here. So this is my console, you could see the response. So once I refresh it, you could see the response. So in the book route, so in the book route, I have two documents. One is C programming and also you can see C++ programming. So we have fetch all the data from the database. So this is all about fetching data from the database. So right here you can see the two arrays which is from book route. So C and C++. So in the front end, we have to use a use client because the axis we are using, this is a client component. In this, we should not use async right here because this is a client component. So we have to create a function name. Through this function, you can give async, and we have to mention a await right here. Otherwise, the await we should not use. So thank you.